Language is so powerful. Every single word you utter has a consequence. There is a biological and a physiological consequence to a word. So your body gets flooded with things I have a handout that I give people and I say, if I hand you this and all you do is take this handout and you don't even have to know why, but if you did what I said, which is don't ever say these words again, you will live longer and you will be a bit healthier if you eliminate these 5 words from your language. So it's a picture of a hand and it has the words can't, should, try, never, and always. That if we eliminate those words, and Albert Ellis, who's the founder of rational motive therapy, he's the one that has said should, don't should all over yourselves and don't should all over other people. Right. The shoulds are demands that we have for people. So there's a lot to learn that because people can feel so hopeless and they can feel so terrible and they're not able to imagine being able to change. And that's what I always ask because I teach beginning counseling classes. I teach a lot of beginning counselors. And my question is, what do you believe about how people change? What do you believe about how people change? And you want your therapist to have an answer to that. I've sat in a room teaching 100 seasoned therapists and said, what do you believe about how people change? And it's like neurosurgery. My son has a brain tumor. And when we were consulting with the neurosurgeon, you don't want your neurosurgeon going, oh, I don't really know how I'm going to get it out, or maybe this way, or perhaps you want them to have some confidence in what they're doing. And so having a model for how people change, and there are studies on the power of language and words. So I have to be quiet now because I could talk about it all amped up. I get all excited because it's so powerful.
But I think that's what makes you such an amazing practitioner of your craft, is because of the conviction you have around its ability to help people. And we're both a testimony to that in terms of things that have I often talk, and I've said this to you, Sherry, in some of our sessions, that I still remember old Eric. I still remember that guy that couldn't stand himself and felt that he was the worst person on the planet and a failure as a dad and a failure as a partner and failure on all these fronts. And yet here I am holding up hope to the rest of the world, but I didn't believe it applied to me. I still remember him, but it feels so long ago now. And like you said in the last episode, where you reached a point where you're comfortable in your own skin. That's where I'm been tasting that now since probably spring of 2021. And so although I can still remember old me, it feels so long ago.